Good evening, guys. I welcome everyone. I welcome everyone to the techno session, first one. And in this session, we are going to see about the Internet of Things. So, as you all know, it's a very hot topic in the market right now, and it's one thing which has been a part of evolution since the year 1982. So, this is the agenda which we are going to look at now. So,
can you all see the agenda screen? I'm not able to see. No, it's not. Maybe you can try disconnecting. I mean, stop sharing and then you can.
okay. Again.
Yes, it's coming.
Okay. Okay. So this is the agenda for today for the session. What is IoT? Where did it all start? Where all can it be used? The pros and cons and the key players. And I'll just show you some fun facts related to IoT and also some memes related to IoT. So the first thing, what is IoT? Basically, everything is connected to the internet in some or the other form, like your mobile phone, your tablet, your smart TV. Everything is an example of IoT. So these IoT, these machines use sensors to gather data. Like for example, there are a lot of devices like cell phones, drones, coffee makers, washing machines, automobiles, headphones, fridges, TV, lamps, and a lot other devices which we use in today's world are all examples of IoT. Like for example, in the home automation, if you for example, if you set your alarm in your phone at 6 o'clock, so you want your coffee maker to make coffee by 6:30 after you get ready. So what the automation does is, after you get up, it will just see whether you have snoozed your phone or you have actually got up, and it will start the process for making coffee. Like this, there are numerous other applications, and this gathered data is used for various purposes. And each device uses its IP address as a unique identifier. Here we use IPv6 address, because in IPv4 it's just a 32-bit addressing. Like the maximum of 4.3 billion addresses will be possible. But then IPv6 uses 128-bit addressing. Like in IPv4 we have just number combinations, numerical combinations. Whereas in IPv6, you have hexadecimal values. We all know what hexadecimal value is. So a maximum of 3.4 into 10 power 38 devices will be possible. Like so many addresses will be possible in IPv6. So the next thing, where did it all start? We have been into IoT from ages. Like I told you before, printers are all examples of IoT. Even your ATM machine is an IoT one. The first IoT machine was a modified Coke vending machine in 1982. It was actually created by the students of Carnegie Mellon University, and it was just made as a fun project. So what it does was, it was actually monitoring the stocks and the number of the number of Coke bottles inside the machine, and it also monitored the temperature, the live temperature, and depending on that, it will raise or increase or decrease the temperature. So here is a picture on the picture of the IoT, first IoT machine. The next one, where it can be used. As I told you before, the applications are enormous. The key areas where you use IoT today is basically in home automation. Automobile industry has a lot of applications. I'll show you a short video on that. Wearables, farming, education, and even in retail industry, it's possible. We all know the wearables market is actually emerging right now. We have the smartwatches as well as smart bands are out right now. The Fitbit band is actually popular among today's people, like the workout freaks, and those people use Fitbit products a lot. And in farming, there is a farmer in California who actually uses IoT a lot of IoT products as of now. What he basically does is he connects every tree and everything to an IoT sensor, and the sensor predicts whether the fruit is ripe or not. I mean, it's ready to say ready for sale or not. Depending on that, the fruit will be automatically cut off from the tree, and based on this, he can actually automate the process. He does not need to go to every tree and check whether the fruit is ripe enough or not.
But how will he check if it is ripe or not?
It's the sensors work.
How is it?
It's the sensors work. That's the way sensor work. Okay, and in retail, we have an interesting concept called smart basket. What this basket does is, for example, if you go to a supermarket and you take like 10 products, this basket, what it does is, it will every product will have an RFID tag. RFID is a radio frequency identification tag, and this RFID tag will send information based on whatever you take into the smart basket and update it to the POS. Like for example, if you take a Boost packet for 100 rupees, and next if you take Apple for 1 kg, depending on that, everything will be updated in the POS. I mean the point of sales machine, and you just need to go to the counter, and even without waiting, you'll just go there and you'll pay using your card or something, and you can take your items out of the supermarket. In this way, you can actually avoid queue at the shops. So some future applications. Here comes the medical services. Medical services, actually, it could be a lifesaver. Like we all know the heart pacemakers are there right now. So for example, if a person is having a heart attack, imagine a scenario where a person is single at a home. I mean, he does not have someone else to take care of him, and if he has a heart attack, consider the device, it sends data to the doctor directly instead of alerting the people nearby. You can send the data to doctor directly, and ambulance will be there for rush. So in this way, it can be a lifesaver for many people. And traffic management. Traffic management is actually a very good example. For example, the signals which are all in the market right now, you basically connect every signal to a network, and what these signals will do is they'll divert traffic based on the number of vehicles. For example, if you consider like 10 vehicles are there in a particular signal, and in the next signal you have a lot of vehicles, like 50 vehicles are there. Depending on that, the number of vehicles, the signals will be able to automate the process. Like you won't be able to, I mean, you won't wait in the signals for a long time. And environmental monitoring. Actually, we have in today's world, we have humidity monitoring as well as the temperature monitoring sensors everywhere. There are, I mean, the satellites work is actually that, but then still we'll be able to get micro level details using the sensors from here. Smart buildings, what you can expect is, consider where okay, you have a tag pad to your phone, and in your parking you have the same thing pad. If you just drive into your building, you automatically open your parking garage, and you can just go and park your vehicle inside. After you come out, your door will be closed, and your house lights will get lit. In this way, you can automate the buildings. And in defense actually you can do a lot. Like for example, if you have a missile coming in your way, you consider you are in Chennai right now, and if something happens and some bad things happen, you can know it a lot of time before, and you can save a lot of lives. Okay, pros. As you see, IoT can be used practically everywhere, in every aspect of life. Data gathered from the IoT can be potentially very helpful in analytics, because everything is analytics in today's world. Consider if you are getting married in April, and you are searching products related to marriage, like brides, you mean bridal wares, and so on. So what you can expect is Facebook will show you pop-up ads related to that, and consider after 1 year you will get products related to kids. So like that, analytics is today's world, and machines become smarter day by day. For here I would like to quote an example of Tesla fleet. What Tesla fleet does is, you all know Tesla is a self-driving semi-autonomous car. So Tesla fleet is a concept by Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla. What he has proposed is, if you have a Tesla, you need not you are not the only person to use it. In your free time, you can give it as a Uber service, so that other people may be able to travel in it, and you'll be getting revenue from that. So it's an interesting concept. And now comes the cons. The biggest con in IoT is safety. Hewlett Packard says approximately 70% of the devices in IT can be easily hacked, because these things use basic level of security, and if they are hacked, the hacker can do literally anything. So you would have seen certain CCTV cameras and other things hacked in movies. For example, in the Avengers movie, they have a scene where these things get into wrong people's hands. Signals, camera, everything will be. I mean, they can be easily hacked. And now we have IoT cars. So if you have a Tesla, and imagine if it's hacked. So you think that your car is parked in your garage, but then it will be driving somewhere else. So these are the cons of IoT. So these companies are the key players in IoT today. Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, IBM's Watson, and these are the key players in IoT market. So fun facts. As of now, there are more number of devices connected to the internet than humans. So consider you have a person in today's world has a mobile, he has a laptop, he has an iPad, he has. I mean, each person has a minimum of 2 or 3 devices. So based on the population, today the number of devices and devices connected to IoT is actually more than the number of human beings on Earth. So according to prediction, by 2020, 30 billion devices will be connected to the internet. So if you divide it by the world's population, each person will be having 6 to 7 number of devices. And Smartron is actually an Indian startup. They have actually invested rupees 10,000 crore in the IoT business. What they basically do is they produce phones, tablets, and everything, depending on the user's feedback. So what would the future be like? These are just some fun jokes. You may consider them as jokes. I just got them from the internet. So let's see them one by one. So this picture is a girl seeing her weight. Okay, see, she says there's a bad news. The scale is threatening to cut off our access to the fridge. So what it indirectly says is this weighing machine is connected to the internet, and your fridge is connected to the internet. So if your weight increases, the scale, it says you'll lose access to the fridge. So the next one, toaster has been hacked. hacked into thinking. It's a blender. If your toaster is hacked, so remember you won't get food. If you have to go out for the dinner, the refrigerator isn't speaking to the stove. This is also another joke, and this is actually a joke related to privacy. So there are people. A long time ago, some folks are worried about privacy in web. Other person asks what was the web, and the other person says what is privacy. So you may imagine how our data is actually sold outside. And customer service. This is a joke based on the smart basket. A person asks, "Excuse me, how do you physically add things to a shopping cart?" So I guess that's all for the session, guys. If you have any doubts or queries, you can just ask me.
My only doubt is how will the sensor identify? You told me about the fruit.
Fruit.
Yes. How do they program it?
No, that is the work of embedded system.
Color change.
What you can have is depending on the weight or depending on the dimensions, color, everything is possible. You may even expect smartphones to be embedded inside the human body by 2030. There are research going on like that. There won't be a
Chips.
smartphones in the form of chips. Yes. So there is research going on. You won't have an actual form factor. Like today we have phones, we have a tablet, we have a laptop. But then in like 20 or 30 years, you will be sitting in your office and talking to someone else. I mean, in your virtual call. So it's possible.
Someone has some.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? So
Thanks for the information.
thanks all for attending the session. Have a good day.
Thanks, Gautam. Thank you.